Often vulnerable and exploited, domestic workers have long faced discrimination, low wages and extremely long hours. For years, policymakers have maintained it would be impossible to change the status quo, that employers can't afford to pay their cleaners, maids and babysitters a minimum wage, and that isolated as they are, domestic workers would never be able to form a union. But since the ILO adopted the Domestic Workers Convention in 2011, there's been a sea change in attitudes. The first European country to ratify the convention, Italy is one of the few places where workers and employers have organised and have the right to bargain collectively. Sara Gomez is the spokesperson for Fieldcam's union in Rome. She says joining a union gives individuals a louder voice.
Posso dire che mi sono trovate
I can say that I met workers who, when they took the membership card to the trade union, cried because they felt they were recognized as part of something, and this gave them strength.
Yet Fieldcam's is still fighting for equality. Unlike most people, domestic workers don't have the right to more than 15 days consecutive sick leave, even though their work can be grueling.
How are you?
Oh, things are so-so. They don't respect our rights, even when we're ill.
Are you working now?
No, I'm not working anymore. I went through very stressful times, and my employer was too demanding. Even when I had a fever, I had to go to work.
Are you on unemployment benefit? Do you get it?
Oh yes, thank God. And also thanks to the fact I called you. Otherwise, I really couldn't handle it anymore. I was feeling too bad.
There's also work to be done on incapacity benefits. Evelyn Belalta arrived from Guatemala 17 years ago and has been working for Dr. Carlo ever since. She's developed a painful foot condition and wants to take early retirement on health grounds. She was shocked when she learned her occupational injury may lead to serious disability.
I'm a very active person. I like to be on the go, to work, not only in order to earn money, but really because I like to work. And at the moment when I heard about my injury, for me, it was like as if my life was ending.
Italy is one of the few countries with an employers' association founded as a result of the historically strong workers' unions. Domina helps families with the bureaucratic formalities of employing a carer or cleaner, drawing up the contract and making sure all the correct contributions are made. Clearly, it simplifies things for families, but it also means both sides agree on terms and conditions.
Il lavoro più grande di Domina in questo momento storico è
The biggest work for Domina in this historical period is to create a culture for domestic work in Italy. Italy was the first European country to sign the ILO Convention, and this has been possible thanks to the work done by us together with the trade unions. It has been possible because Italy has worked for years in the field of domestic work in order to change domestic work into a dignified activity for the worker and affordable for the employer.
Dignitoso per il lavoratore e ovviamente accessibile per il datore di lavoro.
Domestic workers enjoy minimum wage coverage in at least 60 countries. However, in some places, it's lower than the minimum wage earned by other workers. In France, Italy, Austria, Belgium, and here in Geneva, the chèque service and similar schemes have proved it's perfectly possible to provide workers with social security benefits.
Le bénéfice pour un employé,
The benefits for an employee are the welfare payments. So whatever their country of origin or their situation in Switzerland, the person will benefit from welfare payments. So he or she will have life insurance. He or she will have the right to claim family allowance, maternity benefit, unemployment benefit. Well, except for those people who are in an illegal situation. Of course not. But maternity, accident insurance that we offer in the chèque service package.
l'assurance accident que nous offrons dans le package de chèque service.
However, it's thought only a third of domestic workers are hired via chèque service.
I think that even so, there are a number of employers who want to be in line with the law, to provide welfare payments. Then, and this is also where the chèque service scheme comes in, we guarantee a certain transparency regarding work relations. Rights and responsibilities must be explained. We're also very, very vigilant regarding the chèque service package, and this is perhaps the only penalty. We won't have people who don't pay the minimum wage, which is legal.
In Hong Kong, stories of abuse of domestic workers made the headlines in recent years. But for locals, at least, conditions are improving. This is due in part to an innovative training centre set up with government funding. Here, local domestic workers receive quality training in postnatal care, household management, etc. And after they graduate, can apply for well-paid posts through the centre's job referral programme.
A lot of the people in Hong Kong who employ domestic helpers, they want them to be able to take care of newborn babies, small babies, and very old people, because it takes a lot of care and attention. If they are not careful, they can cause a lot of accidents.
All of these posts attract a decent wage, sometimes higher than the minimum wage. Fiona Lung used to work in a bank, but hopes the course will be the beginning of a new career for her.
After I've been trained in the centre, when I have experience, I can find a job like this as a domestic helper to take care of new babies. In fact, in Hong Kong, this profession will have a better future, so I wish to have a long-term development in this career.
But the scheme is only open to local domestic workers, not migrants who still work under draconian conditions, including the live-in rule, which means a worker must live with her employer. Sheila Estrada explains the abuses it can lead to.
When they come back, they still need us to open the door. They still need to, if they want to drink some tea or drink something, then they will just knock our doors, and then they can just say, we need to prepare something for them. And this is 24 hours in call.
Chatting and eating together on their one day off a week, stories abound among the migrant domestic workers of Hong Kong of ill treatment. Workers forced to sleep in the kitchen or on top of the washing machine, of too little food, of rip-off agency fees.
Cleaning, car washing, marketing, cooking, laundry, ironing, all of it inside the home for 18 hours. I need to serve them 3 times a day for their meals, and they will not stay out. So I need to be more patient for them.
Although there is still much to be done, changing people's mindsets is the first step. And this is happening with tangible benefits for tens of thousands of women and men.